welcome back to my channel, At Home with Willowberry. Or if you're new, welcome. But where have you been? I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, I thought I'd bring you all along with me while I make dinner and dessert for my family. I'm going to be making herb-seasoned pork chops, roasted veggies, and baked potatoes topped with bacon and cheddar cheese. And for dessert, we'll be having peach cobbler with vanilla ice cream. It's going to be a fun-filled video full of distractions from Willow, Max, Milo, and Star. So if you're interested, I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the video. Why, hello! How are y'all doing today? I hope you're all feeling loved and blessed on this beautiful spring day. What's on the menu for dinner at your house tonight? I'd love to get some new dinner ideas, so let me know in the comments down below. Tonight I got started by chopping up some garlic, but then I remembered I should probably put the potatoes in the oven first. I don't have very much oven space, and of course everything I'm making tonight needs to be cooked in the oven. The pork chops, 2 pans of veggies, baked potatoes, and dinner rolls, so I need a cook in rotation. First up are the potatoes. These are russet potatoes that I'm going to wash with cold water and then wrap in aluminum foil. They'll bake in a 375-degree oven for approximately 1 hour. Once the potatoes are in the oven, then I'll have time to prep the veggies. We're going to be having roasted radishes and Brussels sprouts that I still need to wash and cut. For dinners, I usually try to make a protein, a veggie, and some sort of starch. Tonight, I'm roasting radishes and Brussels sprouts. I'm going to wash, dry, and then cut up the veggies. I'll cut the radishes into quarters, and the Brussels sprouts I'll cut in half. I'm going to drizzle the veggies with olive oil and season them with salt and pepper. Okay, so the radishes are all ready to go. I'm just going to set them aside for now. The veggies will only take about 20 minutes to cook, so I'll put them in the oven once the potatoes come out and once I'm ready to start cooking the pork chops. Tonight, I'm using fresh herbs to season our pork chops. I'm using fresh parsley, thyme, and garlic, as well as salt and pepper. So while the potatoes are still in the oven, I'll use this time to chop up the fresh herbs. We're having loaded baked potatoes as a side dish tonight, so I need to fry up some bacon bits. I'm going to cut a pound of bacon into small pieces and then I'll fry them till they're crispy brown. potatoes are almost finished cooking, and then I'll be able to roast the radishes and Brussels sprouts. In the meantime, I think it's treat time. Willow, Max, and Milo sure do love their treats.
Willow. Hold on. I got treats for you too.
Alright, y'all, I'm going to pull the potatoes out of the oven, and then I'll be ready to start preparing the pork. We bought a big old pack of pork chops at Sam's Club. The chops are so huge and they look like they'll be really delicious. There are 16 pork chops, so I'll be able to separate this package into 2 meals. I'll cook half the pork chops tonight and I'll put the other half in the freezer. So far I've baked the potatoes, and now I'm roasting the veggies while I get started with the pork chops. I'm going to rinse the chops with cold water, and then I'll pat them dry with a paper towel. Once they are dried off, I'll be seasoning them with just salt and pepper for now. I'm planning to sear the chops in a pan with vegetable oil, and once they're seared on both sides, then I'll bake them in the oven at 375 degrees for about 15 minutes, or until it reaches an internal temperature of at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit. While the pork chops are baking in the oven, then I'll be preparing an herb butter with the parsley, thyme, and garlic that I'll baste the chops in. My little oven doesn't cook very evenly, so I need to rotate the veggies so that they don't burn. For the pork chops, I'm going to sear them for about 1 to 2 minutes on each side in vegetable oil, and then I'll finish them off by baking them in the oven. The veggies are ready and the chops are in the oven. They should only take about 10 minutes to finish baking at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Pork can safely be eaten with an internal temperature of 145 degrees, but I usually let my pork reach a temp of about 155 degrees. So now I'm ready to make the garlic herb butter that I'll use to baste the pork chops in. I'm going to melt a stick of butter in the same pan that I seared the pork chops in. Once the butter is melted, I'll then add the minced garlic, parsley, and thyme, which will saute over medium-low heat to prevent the garlic from burning. Once the pork chops have finished baking in the oven, I will then add the pork chops back to the pan with the garlic herb butter. Dinner's coming along nicely. I'm just going to go ahead and start dishing up the veggies and get the dinner rolls ready to go into the oven once the chops finish baking. The baked potatoes are still really warm. I was worried that I was baking them too soon and they would be cold by now, but luckily they've retained their heat. I'm going to remove the aluminum foil and get the toppings ready to go. We like cheddar cheese, bacon, butter, and sour cream on our baked potatoes. The aroma of garlic has filled the air, and it smells wonderful. Now that the pork chops are finished baking, I'm going to baste them with the garlic herb butter while the dinner rolls are warming in the oven. I really wish y'all could smell these garlic herb pork chops. They smell amazing, and I can't wait to dig in. Well, dinner's just about ready, y'all. I'm going to grab the rolls out of the oven, and then I'm going to get my boys in here to eat. Dinner's ready, y'all. Oh my goodness, those pork chops were so scrumptious and tender. The boys and Tim's mom loved them, and that always makes me happy. Not every meal is a winner, but tonight sure was. But now it's time to clean up my mess. I'm going to put the food away and clean up the kitchen. I plan on making a peach cobbler, but no one is ready for dessert just yet, so I figured I'd go ahead and wash the dishes, and then I'll make the cobbler.
I don't belong in the desert. I've never longed for someone's hand, but when you came straight from nowhere, 1 minute I was over that. We saw the world from the same perspective, though I was there to breathe again, and I went straight for what you wanted, through the desert there and back again. Whenever you need my guidance, whenever I can hold you still, then all we know is when we get there, through anything and back again. And if you knew the way you get me, whatever we were born to do, then all we know is when we get there, the desert won't be anything. I don't have plans for the future, but now I know that you'll be there. The only one thing that matters, I'll go anywhere and back again. Right in between, middle of nowhere, feels like the only place on earth. Whenever you are there beside me, then I know we can do anything. Whenever you need my guidance, whenever I can hold you still, then all we know is when we get there, through anything and back again. And if you knew the way you get me, whatever we were born to do, then all we know is when we get there, the desert won't be anything. The desert won't be anything. The desert won't be anything. The years will pass and we'll get older. We'll guide each other there, through anything and back here again. I guess the desert took us there. Whenever you need my guidance, whenever I can hold you still, then all we know is when we get there, through anything and back
That sure was a lot of dishes. I don't know how I managed to dirty so many dishes while cooking, but I always seem to trash the kitchen. But at least they're clean now, and the kitchen is back in order. Well, almost. Now I just need to put the dishes away, and then I'll be ready to bake a very easy peach cobbler. The kitchen is clean. For now. I'm getting ready to go bake a peach cobbler, and we all know what happens when I cook or bake anything. It's a kitchen disaster. But that's all right. I really want some peach cobbler. But first, a little visit with Mr. Max. This is a super easy peach cobbler recipe. I'll be using canned peaches, which is what makes the recipe so easy. I found this recipe on littleluna.com, and I'll share the link in the description box down below. I'm going to go ahead and get started by gathering all the supplies and ingredients. The recipe calls for canned peaches, all-purpose flour, sugar, milk, baking powder, butter, salt, and cinnamon. The first step is to melt the butter in a casserole dish in the oven, and then I'll start mixing the ingredients together. The next step is to make the batter by combining the flour, sugar, milk, baking powder, and salt in a medium bowl. butter has melted in the casserole dish, I'm going to remove it from the oven and pour the batter mixture over the melted butter without mixing. Then I'll spoon the peaches with the juice over the batter, again without mixing. Now would be the time to sprinkle the cobbler with cinnamon, but I completely forgot to do that. But the cinnamon is optional, so it's not really that big of a deal. After I spoon the peaches into the batter, then it's ready to bake. It will bake in a 350-degree oven for approximately 30 to 45 minutes, or until the cobbler is golden brown. I smell warm peaches, and it smells so good. I think the cobbler is ready, so let's go pull it out of the oven. Wow, you guys, doesn't it look delicious? I can't wait to dig in. It really does look and smells so good. I think vanilla ice cream will be the perfect accompaniment to the peach cobbler. All right, I'm going to get it served up, and then I'm going to give it a little taste test. Okay, so I couldn't stop with just one little bite. I managed to eat the whole bowl, and I don't regret it one bit. I'll definitely be making this again. Alright, y'all. I guess that's about it for another video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next one. I'll talk to you later. Bye! Hey y'all, I wanted to let you know about my merch shop over at Teespring. Here are some of the items you can find in my store. Sweet Willowberry. I hope you get a chance to check it out. Link will be in the description box down below.